Hi beautiful ones, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my top tips on how to reduce hormonal belly fat. Yes, as you get older and especially over 40, you are dealing with a lot of belly fat. You don't understand what is going on. You're doing everything you could possibly do to reduce that belly fat, and honey, it's just not going anywhere. Regardless of all the amount of exercises that you're doing, you're just frustrated. You're not seeing any results. So I want to share with you my top tips. And my first one is you have to optimize your liver health. And what I mean by that, your liver is so very important in regards to just removing all of the toxins out of your body. Your liver is such an important organ. You have to take care of it like a baby. Yes. Seriously, you do. Because it helps regulate your hormones, your sex hormones, your adrenal, your cortisol, your thyroid hormones. And when your liver is toxic, the problem is that if it's not filtering out how it's supposed to be, then you're stuck with that little lower pooch that you find is really hard to get rid of. So the best thing for you to do is, I'm going to share with you my little tip, what I like to take. Yes, is milk thistle. You want to add some milk thistle. At least drink, let me open this for you. This is organic, and I like to drink this, I would say in the morning, afternoon, and before I go to bed. And sometimes I will add just lemon in the water and drink that as well, because it's really good for waking up your cells in the morning, just flushing out all the toxins, and it helps to increase your stomach acids. But it comes in these little packets here, and it's organic, it's non-GMO. If you are interested in it, I will leave a link in the description. Okay, so you want to make sure that you are optimizing your liver health, and that in turn can help you reduce some of that body fat that you have going on in that region. So it could be a congested liver, fatty liver. So these are my tips to help you address that. So number two, we're going into the hormones. So we talked about how the liver helps to eliminate some of the, the hormones that are staying in your body, in which that's bad estrogen that's also not being flushed out of the body. So you want to make sure that you are optimizing your hormones as well. You're eating for your hormones. And in the description, I have a free guide that you guys can download, and it's for Eat for Your Hormonal Health. So you want to check that out, and it gives you guidelines on what you can eat. It gives you just different sample meal plans. It's very useful, and it gives you a starting line of where to start, okay? But you also want to make sure you are testing your hormones. So sometimes the belly fat that is accumulating could be because of hormonal imbalances. And here's the thing. You want to make sure that you have a full thyroid panel test, and I will put that somewhere on the screen here, and you can screenshot it. I'll leave it on the screen, okay? And then also your thyroid and your hormones. All right, and so I'm gonna leave both of those little pictures and it also tells you when you should test for the certain hormones. So if your progesterone is low, what happens is you can become estrogen dominant. And when you are estrogen dominant, you have a tendency to accumulate all the xenoestrogens and all the estrogen buildup, in which in turn can cause you to gain weight, particularly in the midsection, and especially if you are in menopause as well. But when you're in menopause, you have the issue of your progesterone and your estrogen being low. But if you're perimenopause and you're around my age as well, we're over 45. I'm over 45. I'm not in menopause, but I'm more perimenopause because right now it's hot. Well, where I live, it's hot, and I'm by this window. But my little special day is supposed to be coming pretty soon, so I just get a little hot. I don't get any hot flashes, but I eat pretty well. So my hormones are pretty balanced out, so I'm thankful for that. But that can also be the cause of you accumulating belly fat. So I hope that you screenshot these photos and just go and have a full panel done. Look, you'll go to your doctor and they will tell you, well, actually they only test for either T3 or TSH. And you need to see a whole picture. I mean, you don't just have 2 hormones that you need to check for. So you need to tell him or her that this is what you want to be tested for. And if they don't want to test you for everything that's on that list, you need to change doctors. All right. So get your hormones balanced. Download that free guide. And once the doctor figure out what's going on with you, if it's your progesterone, you may find that you're a little bit more at ease. You may find that it's easier for you to lose weight, particularly in the midsection. But just make sure you get that done as soon as possible. I can recommend one particular website I have gone to that tests you for pretty much everything that is listed on the photos that I have on the screen. So I put that link in the description as well. So the next one is walking. You guys, look, walking it's not spot reducing. So it's not going to you're going to lose weight in the midsection. You're going to lose weight all over. And see, when you're walking, you're not doing any strenuous exercise. It doesn't increase your cortisol. So when your cortisol is nice and balanced and your adrenal glands are nice and balanced and you're relaxed and you try to figure out ways to reduce stress. So when you reduce stress, what happens is you'll find that it's easier for you to lose weight. And when it's easy to lose weight, you'll start noticing it in your midsection. Especially if you do that last tip that I said, that you are testing your thyroid and your hormones. So if those start balancing out, start adding in some walking. No more, at least, you know what, you can't overtrain with walking. Try and start with 7,000 steps, all right? And then go to 10,000 steps. Find somewhere nice, a nice park. If you live on a beach, or in the woods somewhere. I wouldn't mind walking in the woods. I like the woods, as you can tell. But go and get some walking, because I'm telling you, on my weight loss journey, this was a couple of years ago, that's all that I did was walk. I didn't even add in weight training, all right? And I found that my waist and my thighs, because I'm a pear-shaped woman, all right? I tend to be estrogen dominant. And we're going to get to that in a minute. And I noticed that I started slimming down my legs, because I have thick legs, all right? Thick legs, thick bum. Yes, that's me. But walking is so good for you. If you could just try and do it every day. If not every day, at least 3 times a week, because it can reduce overall body fat, your waist circumference. So you just want to make sure that you're adding it in. And also when you're at work and after your lunch, because if you work an 8 to 5 job, 9 to 5 job, you can have an hour lunch break and then you have 2 15-minute breaks. Take that 15-minute break and go for a walk around the building. And that helps to reduce your insulin as well. All right. So the next one is adaptogenic herbs. And I'm probably pronouncing that wrong yet again, but it's adaptogenic herbs. And it's really good for reducing stress and your cortisol. I'm probably going to put a list up here, but to name a few, you have holy basil, ashwagandha, ginseng, you have maca. I actually had a maca latte not too long ago, and I'm telling you, it just relaxes you, and it also increases your libido, and I don't really need that right now. I just don't have to worry about that. But it actually helps to balance your hormones as well. So you want to try and add some maca and make a maca latte. I may give you the recipe. If you guys are interested in the recipe, I can put it in the comments if you would like, but just let me know and comment on this video and I'll give you the recipe. So I said holy basil, ashwagandha, there's ginseng. Turmeric actually is, turmeric is an adaptogenic herb as well. Okay, so you just want to make sure you're adding in those herbs, and it helps to reduce anxiety, stress. And you're probably wondering, okay, how does this relate to hormonal belly fat? Well, if you're not stressed again and your cortisol is nice and even out through the day, that helps you to also you'll start noticing your belly fat reducing. So get your stress levels right where they need to be. All right. The next one is optimizing your gut health. All right. Let me roll my sleeves up for this one. Your hormones, liver, and gut. Those are the three things that I love discussing because it is so important. Your gut is so important. Let me tell you, so I'm going to tell you one other thing. And I'm here hot and I'm not going to edit this video. Y'all going to see this. But your gut health. You want to make sure, I'm going to tell you a tip that actually helps. So sometimes it could be a lot of bloating too. And you may just be like, okay, and water retention. So when I go back to the hormone issue, if you have hormone issues and your progesterone is low, that can cause weight gain. And also it can cause water retention. All right. So sometimes with your gut, it could just be from certain foods that you're eating. It could be that you're combining foods that actually are not supposed to be combined. So for example, what I'm trying to say is don't combine protein with carbohydrates. So protein, like your meats, all right, with rice and potatoes, quinoa, any carbohydrate. Do not combine them. You want to combine it with vegetables, your green leafy vegetables. All right. So protein with vegetables, your carbohydrates with vegetables. Your fruit should only be eaten alone. And try that and just see how you feel, because sometimes you could be having a little gut issues going on. All right. So work with the food combining. And then you want to, what else is there? Prebiotics. All right. So I'll put a list somewhere on here of just a small list of your prebiotic foods. I like to add kimchi to my salads. I only eat kimchi maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I don't eat kimchi all the time. Sauerkraut, maybe 1 time a week. I'll have sauerkraut. Those are your prebiotic foods. You want to add in prebiotics foods. All right. Another one is asparagus. Apples. I love apples. So I will have a list of all the prebiotic foods. It won't be all of them, but just give you ideas. Add some good prebiotic foods. Then you want to take a probiotic. All right. So I'm going to get into this one. All right, y'all. So I'm going to explain something to you. I used to go on Amazon. I will go to a local health food store and I would just pick up one of the top, I can't remember the name. Oh gosh, Garden of Life. I would say Garden of Life probiotic. And I would just take it because it's well known and it's a probiotic. And some of you ladies probably, or men, if you are watching, you'll probably just take one because, oh, I heard this was good and so-and-so said it was good. So here's the thing. Sometimes if you're finding that that particular probiotic is not working for you, you need to go and get tested. And I am going to do a separate video on a test that I have taken and I absolutely love it. Y'all, let me tell you, it's called Biome. All right. I will leave a link. And I took the gut intelligence test. At first, I didn't want to do it, but I went on ahead and did it. And the whole process, oh my gosh, it takes a while for the results to come back. It takes about maybe 2 to 3 months. It takes a long time, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Okay. Cause I was going through a little issue and I'm going to share that with you in another video. I promise I will share with you what I was going through, but let me tell you, get to the point. The probiotic that they recommend, and they also recommend superfoods and different foods to eat. It's so amazing. You guys have to take it, look into it. All right. I'm super sweating, but I'm not editing this. This is real life right now. All right. But it comes in packets and they formulate a probiotic it's just for you, made specifically for you. And let me tell you, the probiotics the strains that they recommend, I have never, ever heard of those strains before. Like never. I've heard of, lactobacillus, acidophilus, like the names that we've heard before. These specific strains, my gut was missing. All right. I did not have that bacteria. And this is why I was having these certain issues that I was having. And again, I will share it with you. So they make supplements and prebiotic, probiotic. It comes in like this little package. I should have brought some up here, and then I'll put it in my smoothies. And I'm going to tell y'all, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to be straight up. Okay. It tell you, it comes in a packet, and on the directions, it tells you just to take just half of the packet. All right. And you take that and see how your body responds. And you may experience bloating. And that's what I did. So I contacted the company and I said, this is not working. I want my money back. If it's not working, you want your money back. But they said, what we can do is reformulate it for you, and we can change up the ingredients and let us know how that will work. And I said, you know what? I will just give it some more time and see how it does. So you may experience discomfort. Try and write it out. But I'm telling you, after that first month, my bloating went down. All right. And it also, I noticed my stomach more flatter. So what I'm planning on doing is also, I will be ordering their supplements. And I'm telling you, this test is amazing. Whoever invented this, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing, y'all. Woo! I'm right by this window. No, I'm not going through hot flashes. Woo, let me tell you. And it works. It absolutely works. I'm telling you, it works. So please look into that. There is a link. I think there's a discount code. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. And I am not sponsored by that company at all. But I wanted to get the word out. And when you do the test, yes, it's a stool test. You have to look in the toilet and look at your stuff and scoop it out. But it's so worth it. And they give you an envelope. You just place it, send it to the post office. You have to go and drop it off at the post office. And it takes a while for your results to come in. All right. So I want you to be mindful of that. If you do decide to take the test, just be patient. It is totally worth it. All right. So make sure you get this test done. It's so important because some of you are just going to the store and just taking any probiotic, prebiotic, and it's not customized to you. It's not specialized for you. All right. And it will tell you what you're missing. And in this test, oh my gosh, it tells you your superfoods that you should be eating to help to optimize your gut. It gives you all kinds of scores. It tells you foods that you need to minimize, foods that you can enjoy, and your superfoods, of course. It's amazing. So please check that out for your health, for your family, especially if you have anyone with any gut issues. And that will help to, once you get your gut in check and in good order, then it also, sometimes when your gut health is not balanced, it actually can affect your hormones as well. So I say start with your gut and your liver first. All right. So the next one is magnesium. Although magnesium is not it's not particularly a weight loss supplement, but it can help to lower your cortisol, help you with lowering your stress levels. It can also help you with your hormones. And I have this one I like to take, y'all. It's magnesium glycinate. That's one of my favorites I like to take. And I take it before I go to bed. And sometimes what I'll do is break it open. See, it's just a capsule, and I will break the capsule open. And if I have a smoothie at night, I'll put it in my smoothie. It doesn't mess with my stomach, but I find, especially if you have any issues with constipation and you just find it, because you need to be going to the bathroom every day. I know some ladies who do not go to the bathroom every day, and you need to go to the bathroom every day. What are you doing? But when you wake up in the morning, it's like my circadian rhythm is totally set. My body is set to go to the bathroom every morning I wake up. And this is it. I have a really good bowel movement. I recommend, there's different There are different magnesium supplements that you can take. You have citrate, that's the most popular one. It's in Calm. I used to take Calm. It's a powder that you can put in water, okay? But that over time can be too harsh on your stomach. But if you need a really good cleaning out, then you can take it. But I like this one because I find this does help me to go to sleep. And it's 525 milligrams for 3 capsules. Sometimes, let me tell you something, if you're having hormonal imbalances, sometimes some women may need to go up to 1,000 milligrams. You don't want to go up too high, but you may just have to. Actually, when I start my cycle, which is soon, that's probably why I sweat a little bit more. I'm being honest. I'm being real with you guys. I'm going to try and add, it says 3. I'm going to do 4 because I find when I take this, and you have to make sure that this is in your system before your cycle starts, and it really helps me with my bloating, and my cramps are not bad. Actually, my cramps haven't been bad in a while, just to be honest with you. The way that I eat, with the Viome supplements, with the magnesium, my bloating has reduced tremendously. So you want to look into that brand, and I will leave that in the link as well. Another one is estrogen dominance. That could be another cause of your hormonal belly fat. All right. Here's the thing: when your progesterone is low, so you got to go and get that test done. Sometimes it can be because you're estrogen dominant. Your liver, we're going back to the liver again, is not filtering out all of the estrogens. So it's just recirculating in the body. And that's why I got another one. I changed the brand. I think I had recommended a DEM before, but I don't think it was this brand in one of my older videos. But I take DEM, 200 milligrams, and I take calcium glucurate. All right. I take both of these. And sometimes you have some ladies that will just take this one only. If you find that it's just, you're not feeling well, or you're having symptoms of estrogen dominance, and I will do another video pertaining to that. But one way you can tell that you're estrogen dominant is if you have fibrocystic breasts, and I have had cysts, and I've experienced fibrocystic breasts before, and that's in another video. And I'm also a pear-shaped woman. If you're a pear-shaped woman and you have that lower body fat that's going on in your bum, all right, and those are big areas that you can pretty much tell when you're estrogen dominant. But it could be because of your progesterone, it could be because your DHEA, but that's another video. So if you find that this is not, you can take this first, but if you find that this is not working, all right, and this can help reduce belly fat, it may help you, all right, but for me, I noticed it. But it also is because I'm doing accumulation of things. I'm also eating well. I'm also drinking a lot of water. I'm also working out. So you can't just take these pills and all of a sudden your hormonal belly fat's going to disappear overnight. Nope, that's not going to happen. So you can start with this one first, and then you can add this in if you feel like you are not noticing any results. All right. And I will talk more in depth about how to take these, because you also have broccoli sprouts, sulforaphane. Sulforaphane, I teach women that you want to work backwards. So you can start with sulforaphane, you add this in, and then you add DEM in, and you take all 3 of them. And that really helps combat estrogen dominance. And once you have that under control, you'll start noticing it. You have less water retention. Some of your estrogen dominance side symptoms that you're having are reduced. All right. And then you'll start noticing your belly fat may start shrinking. So if you're doing all these tips, especially that liver and that gut, I'm telling you, you will notice a difference there. All right. So you want to add, make sure that you are trying to reduce estrogen dominance. And another way, what I like to do is, this all falls under the umbrella of estrogen. I like to just jump on the trampoline. That helps with your lymphatic flow. And then also getting into a sauna and infrared saunas. So add that, and that helps to sweat. So like right now, I am really sweaty, but when I work out, I sweat a lot. And you want to make sure that you're sweating because you need to sweat every day. So that way you can get all those toxins out of your body. And it just really is helpful to reduce estrogen dominance. And in turn, again, you will start to reduce your hormonal belly fat, particularly that little pooch that you have there. And trust me, my pooch has disappeared. I'm not going to come on here and tell you that I am perfect, but I am going to tell you the things that have worked for me, and I have noticed a reduction. So keep that in mind. And the next one is fiber. You want to make sure that you are eating enough fibrous foods like your green leafy vegetables, bananas. I'm not going to tell you to eat a whole bunch of bananas. I like bananas because of the potassium, but actually I believe it's sweet potato, or there's another vegetable I can't think offhand where it has even more potassium in it, more than a banana. But banana is really good. Especially if you need to make sure things are moving like how they're supposed to be moving. You can take a fiber supplement. There's several fiber supplements, and I will put that in a link as well if you are interested for the one that I take, and I also recommend. But there are also foods like apples, even after I eat a red apple. But if you have sugar issues and you want to keep your insulin stabilized, just try and eat the green Granny Smith apple in place of the red apple. But honey, let me tell you, all right, they are really good in fiber. All right, and just get your fibrous foods. What else? Brussels sprouts. Yes, honey. And then another thing, you want to add in broccoli sprouts and just sprinkle it on your salad. So good. Gosh, what is another one? Lentils. I try not to eat too much lentils, but lentils will make you go to the bathroom. I'm telling you, when I went vegan, I'm not vegan, but I don't eat a lot of meat. All right. So that's another thing, because when you're eating too much meat, sometimes that can be just bulking up in your stomach. You need to get that stuff out, especially if you're not using the bathroom, all right, all the time. So I try and eat raw vegan some days, and I eat a lot of vegetables. And when I have a salad, the broccoli sprouts is so good, and it's really good for estrogen dominance. So just sprinkle that on there. Get your broccoli sprouts, your alfalfa sprouts, clover sprouts. There's different type of sprouts, and you can do sprouting at home as well. But add fiber, high fibrous food. You got to get things going. Honestly, some people say you should be going to the bathroom at least one time per day. I think you should at least be going 2 to 3 times. Good bowel movements. I mean, good. All right. Some good bowel movements. The next one, you want to lower your carbs, lower your caffeine, and you want to lower your sugar. Yes. So put it this way. You need to make sure that you are eating right. Again, I have a guide to just try and get you on track a little bit so you'll know. But sometimes having, you hear, I'm not saying go keto, because I'm not going keto. I like carbs. I'm going to have me some carbs, but I'm not going to have a whole bunch of them. I'm just going to add me some. All right. And I know some of you like, Andrea, I can't let go of my sweet potato. I'm not telling you to let go of your sweet potato. All right. But you want to keep, what has helped me? I would stay in between 70 to 80 grams. For you, it may be different. Sometimes 70, 80 grams of carbohydrates. I may increase that if it's a day that I am doing weight training or high intensity cardio or any cardio. I will up my carbs, but days that I'm not eating a whole bunch of carbs. I'm trying to stay in between 70 to 80 grams. So I'm not saying go keto. I'm just saying to lower your carbs. Of course, anything that's processed, your cookies, your cupcakes, all the stuff that we like to grab, especially a few days before your menstrual cycle. Trust me, I know. How well do I know? And your sugar. Try and stay below 25 grams of sugar per day, or just don't have none anyway. But we know that's not going to happen, because when you come around your menstrual cycle, you're stressed, you go and get yourself a little candy bar, a little chocolate. But if you do, I'm going to say that you can have at least 70%, I would say 80% higher natural chocolate. All right. Organic. Go to the health food store, get a couple of bars, and that should help you with your sugar craving. So make sure it's at least 80%. I like to say 80. Some people say 70% dark chocolate. All right, so that's your sweet right there. And then caffeine. I always talk about this, and I have some enemies. I know you're going to come after me, Andrea, I'm not letting go of my caffeine. Yes, caffeine increases your cortisol, you guys, and it dehydrates you. There are some good benefits with caffeine, so don't get me wrong. It helps, it helps to offset dementia. That's what I've heard. It helps to offset that. It has some antioxidants, so it has a place. It has a place, and also boosts your metabolism by, I would say, 5 to 10%, but is it really worth that? Not really. And especially if you are drinking coffee that is not organic. If it's not organic, it's too acid for your body. All right. And so when you're having this rush of caffeine and it increases your cortisol. And again, if your cortisol is increases belly fat, and it makes your hormones just all out of the place, all over the place. All right. And you don't want that. So you're going to have to figure out a way to reduce it and or eliminate that. I'm sorry. I will put in a link. I'll see if I can find like an alternative that you can drink. Maybe I really just don't want you to drink caffeine. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, because I was going to tell you green tea, but maybe green tea decaffeinated or matcha. Try matcha. See how you like that. All right. Or you can have red raspberry, really good for balancing the hormones. It's a tea. So try and see what you can do. And I understand some of you don't want to give up tea, but that's the way it is, that you have to start implementing these tips if you want to see some belly fat be gone. All right. So here we go. My last one. All right, y'all. If you have any stress, or if you have been diagnosed, or if you have anything going on with your adrenals, do not do HIIT cardio. However, HIIT cardio has its place. So I know some people will say, Andrea, no, HIIT is not good, especially if you're trying to lose belly fat. That's wrong. Here's the thing. You just don't want to do too much of it. No more than 1 to 2 days per week, no more than 15 to 20 minutes. And if you can, look, you can probably do Tabata in 4 minutes. Now, let me tell you about HIIT, and this is why you don't have to do it too many days per week, and you don't have to do it long. But the thing is, some people don't do it right. So what you have to do is, look, this is how you put in your effort for the whole 15 minutes. You have to be working out and out of breath like you have been running from a cheetah. That's how you do HIIT. I mean, you're out of breath. And so you don't have to do any more. You don't have to do any other workout. But let me tell you, when I was doing HIIT, I may find a picture, I may not, when I was going to compete in a bikini competition. So I was doing a lot of weight training. And again, you want to add weight training, because weight training actually helps to build muscle, all right? Helps to increase your metabolism and its overall body fat. It doesn't spot reduce. So again, the walking, it doesn't spot reduce. But honestly, that HIIT, let me tell you. So I was doing HIIT 3 times a week, no more than 20 minutes on the treadmill. I did treadmill HIIT, all right? And then 1 day a week, I did plyometrics. And again, this was when I was training to do a bikini competition. Let me tell you, my waist, it slimmed down. If you are a pear-shaped woman and you got them thick thighs and thick butt, I should have said bum, but HIIT does something. I mean, my body, I still have my thighs, but they weren't as big. They slimmed down, but I noticed that belly fat was gone. Even my coach at that time, she was like, yeah, I noticed your waist and everything is just coming down. Even just a little bit of the roll that I had. I don't have a lot of rolls because I have a thin waist. Majority of us pear-shaped women, we have a smaller waist, big lower body. And HIIT actually has its place. But if you have any injuries, please don't do it. Please consult with your doctor, your physical therapist first, okay? If you have knee problems, back problems, maybe look for videos where it has low impact HIIT. But I'm telling you, if it's low impact and you can't jump, and this video has no jumping involved, when you do a shoulder press, you really want to put in more effort, more intensity, all right, to get your heart rate up. Again, when you're doing HIIT, and you're doing it the right way, you have to act like you're running from some cheetahs, okay? Out in the safari desert. I'm dead serious. That's how you do it. And see, that's why they say you only need to do it no more than what? You can do Tabata 4 minutes, 15 minutes, no more than 20 minutes, honey. And you can get it done, and you will start noticing that weight loss happening. Although some people won't recommend this with hormonal, but if you're doing all the other tips that I said, you can just try it 1 or 2 days a week. Don't do it no more than that. But I'm telling you from my experience, it does work. All right. So thank you so much for staying at the end of this video, and leave in the comments. Let me know which one you plan on implementing, or ones that you have been doing. Just let me know what's going on in your life. Let me know. I want to know what's going on. All right. And if you feel this video was of value, go ahead and share it with a friend. Go ahead and click on the like and the subscribe button. That way you don't miss a video that I put out. And you guys have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.